Today we will learn this melting effect with quick liquid simulation on our channel Think Sci-Fi. I have taken the 3D model from my previous tutorial in which I told you how to create this pottery or jar completely with geometry node. For tutorial, check my YouTube channel. To render it as a 3D object, select the object, then go to File, Export Wavefront OBJ, select your location and name, then check Select Only, then click on Export Wavefront OBJ. Your OBJ file will look like this. Then open a new Blender file, go to File, Import OBJ, then select your OBJ model from the location where you save it, or you can use any other 3D model. Select the object, then right click, Set Origin, Geometry to Origin. Now move it on Z-axis. Now press Shift D to make one more duplicate which we will use later in the tutorial. Then hide it. Add a cylinder, then press 1 for front view. Move it on Z-axis, then increase its X, Y and Z scale. Again adjust it on Z-axis. Press Tab key for edit mode, then select face select. Select the top face, then press X and select faces. Press Tab key again to come back to object mode. Add a bevel modifier. Increase its amount and segments. Then add Bezier circle. Increase its scale to 6. Then move it on Z location by 2.5. Select the camera and make its location and rotation 0. Then go to constraint setting and add follow path. Select Bezier circle in target and -X and Y in axis. Then check follow curve. Now add a empty object. Move it in Z location 1.06. Then again select the camera and go to constraint setting and add target 2. Here select empty in the target. Now as you move your empty, your camera will move according to it. Enter the end frame of 150. Select the empty and add frame 30. Enter keyframe in Z location. Then go to frame 140. Make Z location 0 and again enter keyframe. This will add downward motion to the camera, which is important, which you will see later in the tutorial. Select the camera, go to the constraint setting, add frame 1, enter keyframe in follow path offset, then go to frame 151, enter 100 in offset, then again enter keyframe. This will add rotation animation to the camera. Now select the jar or pottery, right click, Set Origin to 3D cursor. Select Object, Quick Effect, then Quick Liquid. Adjust the liquid domain in Z location so that it will touch the ground. Adjust its X and Y up to the amount what you want to spread the liquid on the floor. Reduce Z scale, then adjust the Z location. Then go to physics property. Here the higher the resolution will, better liquid simulation will look. But I have some trick. So make the resolution 300. Select the mesh. In solid view, the jar will take the shape of cube. Don't worry, it will fixed after baking. Select all in type and check is resemble. Then in field weight make gravity 0. To see the jar, go to wireframe. We will add one force fill wind. Rotate it 180 degree by pressing R and 180 degree. Move it on Z location. Go to physics property and add frame 30. Make the strength 0 and enter keyframe. Then go to frame 40 and enter 2 in the strength and again enter keyframe. This will add a force to the liquid simulation which you will see after bake. Select the liquid domain. In cache, select your location if you want. Then select end frame 150 and start frame 30. Then click bake all. This will take some time according to your system, so wait for it. We will meet after bake. Before that, save your project. After bake, it will look like something this. So hide the previous jar and also the camera icon so that it will not come in the render. But here is a problem. At frame 29, the liquid is still in the shape of cube, and after 30 it is correct. I have a solution for it. Remember, I have told you to make a duplicate of the jar. So now unhide it. Before that, we have to add light to the scene. First of all, delete the point light. Then add a aerial light. Move it in Z location. Go to light setting and increase its power to 2000 and also increase its scale. Then select disk in shape. Now we will add material to the objects. So go to the setting tab and select the cylinder, then click new. Then select your color and increase the metallic and reduce the roughness. Now select the liquid domain and delete its both the material. Then add principal BSDF and select your color. Then increase the metallic little bit and reduce the roughness. You can play with the material if you want to add some different type of material. Remember this name because we will apply the same material to the duplicate jar. Select the cube 2 and apply the same material. Now come back to the layout and move your timeline cursor to 29. Then uncheck both camera icon and eye icon of liquid simulation so that it will not come in render. Then click playback in timeline and select set end frame. This will end your frame in 1 to 29. Go to renders property and select ambient occlusion and in screen space reflection. Then go to color management and select high contrast in look. Select output property. In output, select your location and give it a name part 1. Select FFmpeg video in file format. In encoding, select MPEG4 in container, then select perceptual lossless in output quality, then render animation. This will render your 1 to 29 frame. After render, close it, go to frame 150 and select playback set as end frame. Uncheck both the camera and render icon of duplicate jar so that now it will not come in the render. Go to 30 in timeline. Then playback set as start frame. Now your timeline is from 30 to 150. Now in output property, rename it to part 2. Then render animation. After render, close it and add frame. Go to frame 1 on timeline. Then playback set as start frame. Then click the plus icon on the top. Then video editing. Then again select video editing. This will open the video editing part of the Blender. Then click add movie. Now go to the place where you save both part 1 and part 2. First select part 1, then part 2, then click add movie strip. This will add both the video and now see your problem has been solved. You can render entire scene as a liquid simulation, but you have to increase the resolution before baking it, which will take much time for baking. Now as everything is selected, just rename it, then render animation. You can do this in any other video editing software also. So if you are interested in learning how to make pottery or jars with the help of geometry node, check the right video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and support me on Patreon.